Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is Kai, or K-Bear, as you might know me based off my channel name. So today's gonna be a little bit of a different type of video. I will have some art going on in the background, as you can probably see. But I also have a topic to talk about. So, as the title suggests, this is a little video about how Voltron saved me in the simplest form. You'll understand how and why in a little bit, okay? Give it a second. First of all, let's talk about how I found Voltron and like the time frame of when I found Voltron at like the show. I found the 2016, the most recent one, Legendary Defenders, when I was like 13, so like 8th grade, middle school time of my life. I found it through a creator on Tapas named Maya. They got me into it. They liked clans, and I started to enjoy the character of Keith, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna watch some Voltron. And so that's how I found Voltron. But back when that happened, I was 13 and I was going through a really rough place in my life. I had a childhood friend who I had known for like literally since I came to the school when I was 4 or whatever. And in 8th grade, you know, I was coming into myself, figuring out like, you know, that I'm bisexual and all of that jazz, and I was getting into like the whole emo scene. Well, I had been the year before, but like, yeah. And he basically decided to turn his back on me and use religion against me, bullied me for not being religious. I never grew up religious or anything. And yeah, I was basically using religion against me based off of my sexuality and stuff like that. And since it was quite known that I was part of the LGBTQ community, my grade really bullied me for that. Me and my friends would get harassed and stuff like that. Yeah, it wasn't a fun time in my life, but I found Voltron, and honestly, it was just so good. It came during a time I really needed it, because no one else was helping. Well, you know, my parents tried their best, but you know, they're not there at school with me. And like the counselors don't do anything and never did. And I was just so done with everything. I did not want to be on Earth anymore. But Voltron was there for me, you know, when people were not and people were letting me down, and I needed a place to escape from my reality. Voltron was my escape. I loved it. I would read all the fan fictions. I watched the shows. I watched all of the 80s version of Voltron and some of the other ones. It was like the best thing ever, and I found a community of like other artists that liked the show, and that was just it was really nice, and I liked the community. I mean, I know the community got pretty toxic, but like the part I was in never was really ever toxic. I made sure to stay out of that kind of stuff. But yeah, Voltron was literally the only thing that kept me around, because I was like waiting for the end of the series, you know, because back then it was just season 1, season 2 or whatever, I can't remember. I think it was season 1 or 2. And yeah, and over the years, so I've been into a couple fandoms, but never as much as I was into Voltron. I can go through and I'll be like, oh, I love Banana Fish, I love Identity, I love whatever show or book series or, TV series. But Voltron was the one that I always went back to and I still go back to. And I am 19 now. But I've never given, it's always just given me a place of, happiness. And I don't think it ever won't give me a place of happiness. And if one day I never go back to Voltron, that's gonna be a sad day in my life. Yeah. Because back then I would want to cosplay, and I drew so much art for it. I loved it so much. And my favorite character was Keith, because, I don't know, I felt really connected to Keith. He gave me an outlet for my emotions through him, and through different stories that the fandom would make of him. It was really, really nice, but, yeah, that was basically 8th grade, but then freshman year happened and I lost my childhood cat, and all I did was Voltron stuff. That was my life to help get through that. Then high school, high school's all the drama, all the tea, and I'm over it. It was high school drama, whatever. But I lost, my first friend group in high school, and guess what I did? I went to Voltron to cope with that. My new friend group would always make fun of me and be like, is she reading fan fiction? How could you read fan fiction? Anytime I open my phone, are you reading fan fiction? I bet it's clans. And when I was into clans, because I'm more into Sheath now, but don't come for me for that. No ship hating on my page, please and thank you. But they would make fun of me for it, which is fine. Because I swear all I talked about throughout high school and my years, in schooling years, was Voltron. Other ways Voltron helped me a lot was, inspired me to create art. Through Voltron, I found my passion of, I always knew I had a passion for art, but Voltron gave me characters and a storyline and things that made me want to draw and improve and get better. And yeah, that caused me to choose the line of work that I want to go into. So Voltron really helped me with that, choosing my future, I suppose. Thanks, I guess. Yeah. Voltron really honestly did a lot for me because I had a very rough time through middle school, high school years. Honestly, just my childhood. But yeah, Voltron always gave me a safe place. I'm rambling, aren't I, huh? Oops. I have a script and I'm looking at it. I'm just I'm not following the script. No. A bullet point script. I think Voltron will always be in my life. I really do hope so, because it's just a place I go to feel better. The connection that I have with that show is just something that I don't have with anything else, honestly. That show just always had that emotional attachment for me. I'm a very emotional person. I'll be the first one to say that. I am very emotional, and I really am not clingy. Sentimental, maybe is the better word. And I don't like change. So Voltron's always just never changed for me. It's always like, yeah, let's go watch some Voltron. Like was it this year? I bought the entire complete series of 80s Voltron. So, yeah. And I can't believe I watched Vehicle Tron, do you know? Vehicle Tron was just something else. Different characters. I can't believe I watched all of 80s Voltron. There are so many scenes that they would like reuse the like animations for. And even sometimes like the voice acting. There was always a scene where Lance would try to kiss Allura, but Allura would put up a mouse. And I would get so frustrated with this show. I'd be yelling at my computer being like, not this scene again. It was funny though. When I was watching 80s Voltron, I was watching on my computer, and I had a really old computer, and my color went out in it, so I was just watching it in black and white because my computer wasn't registering color, so I even watched it in black and white. I don't know why that's so funny. I just can't believe I sat through that instead of just waiting till my computer, because my computer fixed itself. I don't know what happened. It was fine after a while. I mean, the computer was still old, but like color came back. But yeah, Voltron really did save me when I was at my lowest points throughout my middle school and high school life. Mostly high school, because I found Voltron right at the end of middle school. But yeah, it's been a wild, God, it's been like 6-7 years of it. That's crazy. How have I not gotten sick of it in 7 years or whatever? But basically, yeah, this saved my life. Gave me something to live for when I didn't feel like I had something to live for. And for that, I'm so thankful, even though I personally don't like how the series ended, but I'll take what I can get, you know what I mean? But I'm just thankful that it existed, and I found it when I found it. And then I found a fun community and a bunch of artists that I love and still follow. Like, even though they don't draw like Voltron related things, that's okay, because like you grow when you want to do your own things, and I'm totally here to support everybody that I supported back when Voltron was still airing and everything. And yeah, I don't think I have much else to say, so I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of these paintings. I really hope you like these paintings, because I'm doing this voiceover after if I've already finished them, and it's been a couple months, but I only record like once a week. But I hope you enjoy them. I tried very hard to make them look nice. And I'm very excited for them because I have been planning these since middle school, actually, since the beginning of the series, and I've just gotten to it now. I've had the canvases forever. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you guys next time with maybe a less sappy, sad sob story about how a TV show made me feel like living. Is that sad? Doesn't matter. Okay, bye.
you